When my father died at the hands of the CK3 tribe, I did not weep. I raged. I raided their lands, mounted their heads on spikes, and burned their homes to ash. Though I spared Mythology, I took his eye as a reminder of the pain he caused me. Of the pains to come, for my wrath is unending, and my father's death will be avenged 1,000-fold.
What's up, everybody? It's Sol, and today we're here once again because you guys requested it in Godherja. You know I love this mod, and I know you guys love this mod, so we're going to mess around with it some more. And I thought, because I had been asked a while ago by people working on this area to highlight it, and we're going to go down to Natanan, which I believe is how you would say this down here. Let's actually look at the kingdom title before I say that's the wrong thing. Yeah, it's Natanan, or Natana. And we're going to be playing as a specific character, and I've never played, I realized this recently, as an Oltenic. I remember I used to say, I can't even remember how I would say it wrong before. Oltenic? I don't remember what I would say. But I know it's now Oltenic, so my brain has completely corrected it. But we're going to be playing as Magnate Nurbeck, the Black Whirlwind of the Nargles. This guy is really, really cool. And he has some interesting motivation, but there's a couple interesting characters down here, and I think I've talked about this in another video. I'm trying to remember. Oh, here he is. So Yazazin, this guy is like, has a bunch of decisions and unique things that he can do. There's also another person who can get some like automaton men-at-arms if you go down there in innovation tree enough. I can't remember who that is, but we're going to be playing as the Black Whirlwind because I really like nomadic realms, and I've not had a chance to make like an actual nomad video since the DLC came out, so I thought that would be fun. So let's just jump in here. An eye for an eye. My family's bloody history with the CK3 tribe began when my father, Beksultan, cut down Yi-Ktut Kawa, I think is how you would say that, or Kiya, maybe, in single combat. Little did anyone know that this duel would spark a blood feud that would eventually claim the life of my father. I still remember the day Yerbalat informed me that my father had fallen in battle at the hands of Tet Nong Zin. From that day forward, I swore that I would avenge my father's death. When that fateful day arrived, I led my troops in a daring raid that overpowered Tet Nong Zin's defenses. To his credit, the winged tiger put up a good fight, but in the end, he was no match for my blade. Having bested the Nasanan's greatest warrior, I instructed my troops to burn their villages to the ground. After disposing of Tet Nong Zin's wife, Nuiri, I chose to spare Tet Nong Zin's son, Minthu, but took his eye so that he and his family would forever remember the consequences of provoking my rage. Next time, I will not be so merciful. And so this is the wife who we apparently killed. This is the winged tiger who we evidently slew in battle. And this is the son who we have cut his eye off, and he's our rival. And this is our father, Beksultan, the mountain that rides. He was slain by this guy. He apparently was a big guy and a Game of Thrones fan as well. It's time to finish what my father started. We get an army of 1,050 men, as well as 2 press claims, apparently on their lands, I would assume. And it looks to me, let's look at the fertility of this region, because we have terrible fertility right now. Oh boy. Well, there's no, okay, so the steppe is way over here, so hence why our fertility is so bad. What is this? Oh, so this would be like established Thuramyo, which would be like taking over the land, dominate the area. Don't really need to do that. Call for an assembly. We could forsake nomadism. What would we become? We would adopt tribal. Honestly, I feel like tribal might be better for him because he's not near the areas that would allow for nomadism. But for now, we'll leave it. I think it's fine. Let's see. Holdings can be raised. We have a couple. It does change the fertility to plus 20. Yeah, we'll do it. And we'll raise the Nargles as well, which is now a nomadic settlement, which gives us a little bit more fertility, which should give us, oh, actually it would give me less troops. Honestly, he doesn't have very many horse riders anyway, although we can get some Oltenic, either riders or horse archers. Probably want actually they have spears. Let's grab some spears for him. Oh, this has sick art. Oltenic spears have long specialized in unique fighting styles to combat the ferocious hordes of the Aranoi, or hordes of Aranoi. Let's grab those guys. We'll station them here. I think that makes sense to me to do that. We can also grab, maybe, it looks like we can upgrade that by 2. So we'll just get 200 of those. That way our forces are back up to around 2,000. These already have horse archers, so we don't need necessarily more of those. This guy's force is probably pretty weak. He has not a lot. Oh, he gets Watchers of the Sacred Grove, though, if he became a tributary, which these guys are really good archers. Pretty solid. This guy, we could conquer county if we want to. I have empty council positions. My court magi is empty. I have a couple Kuraltar members that are like kind of mad. I cannot demand obedience because my legitimacy is so low. I could bribe him with some herd, but we're not going to do that. What I think we should do to start, I'm also not married. Any good alliances? They're kind of Not great. This person's good at war. Actually, they're pretty solid. A logician, they're a tough soldier, they got good prowess, they're trusting, fickle, and vengeful. They're an irrational antagonist. It's not usually what you want. We don't want to marry somebody who's not of our culture, I don't think. This person has masterful arcanosopher. Or, yeah, arcanosopher. I don't know words. Rational knave. Honorable absolver. Let's do this one. It'll give me a little prestige. It'll give me a little something. I'm going to choose martial, obviously. I think we'll go down the chivalry focus, because that, I think, makes the most sense for this character. I don't have enough. I have a couple wars that we can declare. We don't have anybody that would be good at this, honestly. The Master of the Chase? No, we want... I think Keeper of the Horses is the one that you usually want to fill up, but we don't have that yet, so we won't worry about it. Organize my raiders, actually, because that's going to be a little more useful. I really love the Nomad government's like type, so I fear that if I raise all his raiders, it's going to be like 10 troops. If I hit go... Yeah, it'll be like, what, nobody? Like 300 people? And I don't feel like... I mean, we might be able to raid like one of them. Let's try it. Just to see. Formed an alliance. I am now married. I have this wife who I should work on seducing. We'll seduce her. Do I have anybody in my court who doesn't... Okay, so these two aren't like a super big fan of me. We'll see how this goes, though. Oh, it's smaller than the garrison. This one is not. You have 1,000 troops, but if I could seize that, though... I mean, it's only I can only hold up to 34, but culture had changed. That's not a surprise. I'm pretty small. We're still smaller than the garrison. Okay, so we can't really do much as far as that goes. Ideally, we're gonna have to take over some land, I guess, first. We can overrun their kingdom. We can make them into a tributary, which if I did do that, what would I get? We would get Watchers of Sacred Grove from them as well. Or from them. Tributaries kind of suck, though. I would rather just have the land. So I'm going to conquer this county and get some troops, I think. One thing I love about... Actually, you know what? I don't even think you have to lower your troops. I think you can just declare chain wars. That's right. Nomads can do that. I forgot. It's pretty freaking awesome. I'm going to take both of these and then probably Pangura as well. Because I get a 2 vassal limit, but I can give some of my vassals some land. I think I'm already a duke. I'm not. I'm actually a count. So we would want to work on taking that. Let's move this up to 4. Looks like he's going to take it really handily. He has light footmen, which are countered by my horse archers. Absolutely devastated. Easy dub. And we can create an accolade, which I actually do want to do. But I have nobody eligible, so I won't be able to do that. Nobody who can join yet. All of my men are also kind of terrible. So we'll have to see. Expand the steppe doesn't look like it's a choice over here. Honestly, it would probably make more sense for them to not be nomads anymore, but then that would suck because we would lose, because we just raised those 2 to the ground, so that would kind of like not be to my benefit. Herd capacity plus 600, which I think my capacity is 3,300 anyway, so it doesn't really matter. To this faith. Oh yeah, we don't even know what our faith is. Let's see. Worshipping a vast pantheon of spirits and fire gods, this consider the earth sacred due to their unique religious heritage. Burying people in kurgans, they give worship to Arlekan and his 5,000 demon spirits and 100 fire gods. So we worship a fire god. They are worshipping this. For as long as the twin gods and followers of the way have existed, there have been those who rejected and see this, the fire path. Oh, this is like the antithesis of our faith. Okay, well, I'll just take this because I don't really feel like he has become an adventurer and he's upset about it. Low kind of control, which I can work on with a different character. 6 years, and we're heading up. And it doesn't look like we got any levies from that, which is fine. But we do have PA. This is a tribal holding it. It looks like it also has the Forsaken Fortress of Korlaku. The once mighty seat of Korlaku, the eternal flame lies in ruins. Its crumbling walls and shattered halls serve as a grim reminder of its former glory. In a single ferocious siege, the Natanan unleashed the might of the jungle itself upon the fortress. Massive roots pried apart its foundations. Relentless vines suffocating its defenses and swarms of wildlife overran its keep. Now nature rolls unchecked, with lush greenery swallowing the ruins. And the sound of the untamed wilderness echoing through its abandoned corridors. Interesting. I'm above my domain limit, so it's disabled, but I feel like I want to keep this, don't I? I wonder if... +5 martial actually would give me a little bit more herd. I've become my wife's lover, and she's also pregnant, which is sick. I don't have any concubines, but honestly, I could take one. You wouldn't be too bad. We're losing fertility per month because there's just not really any over here. Not much to be done about that, honestly. Cool. I have taken your lands. I wouldn't mind some Oltenic horse archers, but Oh, the only other thing that... Nothing really counters light footmen that I have. Oltenic riders is probably better than these. Actually, they're the exact same. It's just like if you think they're cool or not, I guess. I wouldn't mind another 100 men-at-arms though, so I will take them. And I think I'll just go directly to war with this guy. Probably for this. And then I'll make sure he's surrounded and I can probably just bring him under tribute. Or, you know what? Actually, I don't think he deserves to be under tribute. Alright, here we go. Coming in. He does have these mountain spirit elementals, but it looks like there's only 10 of them. Damn, they do insane damage, though. Good God. Good Lord. Did you see the size of that? Oh, my son. Actually, Bogan is a good name. I like Bogan. Oh, he's a bit slow. You don't have to be smart. You don't have to be smart, son. You just gotta be strong. Kind of hope he captures them. It could be kind of poetic. Hold on. I'm not done yet. I want to get him in one more battle. These are insane, though. These mountain spirit elementals. He might be interesting to play as, too, as a counter. And we wiped his army. Gain the contested title. Expand. Honestly. Do I have his wife in prison? I'm gonna execute her. Yeah, I'm gonna kill your wife. Bye-bye. That's what you get for... I don't even know. Whatever it is you do. I'm gonna make you, and you tributaries. Because I think that that's the smart thing to do. Because I need herd. And tributaries have to pay you in herd. So that's what I'll do with that. This guy doesn't really have any troops, so I'll try and see if I can't capture these guys in like an initial scrum. And then we'll go from there. I think that that's the smart move with this. Yeah, I have nobody else who can be in these positions. Tributaries are obviously work a little differently with nomads, but you can kind of make... You can move pretty quickly if you're smart about it. Ambush! While on the march through the jungles of Natanan, an army was ambushed by emerging from the trees. If we do not deal with them now, the monsters may start to rampage through the countryside, inflicting death. This person started a war against me. They ambushed me. That's interesting. What the hell, Leshens? This is insane. I didn't know you could get ambushed by Leshen. That sucks, actually. My glory is widely known. Oh, one of my dudes was slain. It's never what you want. Honestly, I'll probably just chill. Uh-oh. Actually, somebody has decided that they were going to give me the business. I do fear if I leave him, they may end up turning around and hitting him up. Oh wait, he might get there in time. Ooh. Oh my, what a scrum. It really took it to him. Another ambush? Good God. What is happening? This place is a freaking minefield. Alright, I took this one. You're our tributary. Get the hell over it. Give me your goddamn money, you son of a bitch. This one's done. Give me your money, you asshole. God bless. Another ambush? 180 Leshen? Good Lord. Yeah, I'm gonna surrender. Get out of here. That's crazy. You're not taking my capital. Get out of here. Yeah, you are now done. These ambushes are crazy. That sucks. Who is this? Is this an ambush? What is this? We can, I think, recruit from subjects. Watch to the Sacred Grove. The fall of a race poll. Not surprised. That always happens. This is actually insane. I'm gonna do like 2 of those. Get like way more men-at-arms. Just because it feels like that's the smart thing to do. And then we'll be able to... What the hell is going on here? Okay, this guy's here. Valuable prisoner. Alright, I think it's over. As far as that goes. Okay. I have taken my tributary. I'm gonna go get rid of this ambush. So who is he fighting? So there are some Leshens. The Leshens is crazy. So these people just like live in the jungle and they come out and they kick your ass. That sucks, dude. I think we're not getting any herd per month because my armies are raised, but... Yeah, we'll take this back. That should be the end of it. There it goes. What sucks is you only get 15 for that. Okay. Alright. Let's see how we're doing. So our fertility is so bad. Nice word. Oh, I love you too. Our fertility is so bad we're not actually gaining any herd per month, which is unfortunate. I could refill my men-at-arms with gold or with herd. I would probably do it with herd. It just kind of sucks because yeah, I'm just really not getting a whole lot. Honestly, I feel like it does make more sense to be tribal in this area. Honestly, this would probably make a better capital. And it looks like you can repair this, but it's 2,500 just to repair the thing. That would be a good capital, though, it looks like. And this has... Oh, this one I could just get rid of, it looks like. Or we could raise it. That would only give me 17 gold, though. Not really worth it. I don't have enough horse riders to make raiders, which is unfortunate. I do have a lot of levies, though. I'm really tempted to switch it. I think I'm going to. Once this is done. How long is that truce for? 2 years? I don't really want to wait that long. Let's forsake nomadism. And it looks like I ended up losing some of my lands because of that. But that's fine. I actually ended up stronger in the end. So I don't really mind. I'm going to conquer this county again. And it looks like I have about 30... I have a decent amount. Oh yeah, see, this is better. This is way better for us. We'll take those guys over. Probably you as well. And then probably... I'm still your suzerain? I didn't know I could still be your tribute. Right? Oh yeah, you can still have tributaries when you are a... That's right. Okay, yeah, you can still have tributaries when you're a tribal government as well. That's right. Okay. Yeah, see, this is better because I have way more troops now. And I have more money as well, which is great. So I can work on... I think, honestly, war camps might not be a bad move to put here. And then up here would probably not be bad to have maybe some markets just to get a little bit more money per turn. Or warrior lodges. So I think we have our spearmen stationed here. Somebody tried to kill me. Jesus. This is an interesting one. It's kind of like, it's definitely a brawl over here. I also don't have anybody in any position, so let's try to throw people around. My marshal, yeah, you were good. Court magi. Court chaplain. Yep, my secret tell. Actually, no. My woman probably wouldn't hate me. New realm priest. Dang, they look sick. Yeah, I think this is better. I don't think being nomad over here is a good idea. I can also create this domain, which I definitely want to do. And we can still raid, and now that we have levies, we can actually go on raids, which is, I think, smarter. It sucks. Maybe I'll do an Oltenic nomad. I'm sorry, Civil War has started. Oh, that's a big one. I've wanted to do a video on that for a while. And if you're watching this and you enjoy my Godherja videos, definitely let me know. I'm going to take your land. Thank you. It's mine now. Gotta watch out for the jungles, because then you'll end up getting ambushed, and I really don't want to do that. Do we have anything I can sell? Do I really have one of these? Alright, we'll get Gallant. So he's done with the Gallant tree. Then we'll go down the Overseer tree, because I think that makes the most sense. Because I want to be able to create this title for the duchy, so that I can have vassals as well, because I have a 4-domain limit, which is fine. But I'm definitely going to have you work on Zalun. 13 years? Jesus, I need more vassals real bad. This guy should be done soon. I can get rid of him. He only has 8 special soldiers. I should be able to take him on. Yeah, this is an interesting one. I would love to take over this whole area and like try to found the kingdom and whatever, just because I feel like someone is plotting to kill me. And we know it. They have a negative... Oh, this one has a 67% chance to succeed. So let's hopefully it doesn't turn out too bad. I could combine you and then turn you all into raiders. Yeah, this is what we're talking about. This is what we need. A couple titles that can be created. My title is trying to kill me, or my rival is trying to kill me, which is good because now that's abandoned. 9 days. We're just going to raid all of these real quick. Get as much loot as we can down here. How big is this? Could I raid you? You would absolutely kick my ass if I went in there. This one, I would definitely love to make the chiefdom to become a duke, and now I have a sick new mask. Hello. Okay. All right, looking pretty fly. I'm 44 years young. Offer Confederation. The Natanan Confederation? No. Although fighting against confederations is always a pain in the ass, I do not want to belong to one. This is good though. We're getting a lot of money now, I think. We're gonna get some good stuff. I should be able to actually make 2 titles. It's a shame though, because I do like how the men-at-arms gain works, although now we can just use prestige, that's right, to gain more Fire and blood, baby. There we go. That was perfect. That was exactly what I wanted. All right, turn it in. See how much prestige we got. 573 with 314 gold. Nice. Nice. And I can also ransom this person. And I can also create a second duchy title, which I will do, to give me a little bit more prestige, which would mean I can get a little bit more men-at-arms, which I'm going to grab probably some Oltenic horse archers. Probably like this many, like 300. And we will station them as well. Let's say in Kupang, I want the spearmen to go up here because I'm building that building up there, remember? Yeah, good. Okay, sick. So we should have about 3,700 troops here very shortly. This guy I can just take out. He only has special soldiers. I think it'll be fine. I can also literally take it for my claims, which is cheap. But I'm gonna let my troops replenish just really, really fast. I would really love to rebuild this fortress, actually. That could be really sick. We'll have to raid some pretty big stuff for that, though. So we'll have to see if that goes well. I don't mind losing prestige per turn because it's super easy to just raid and get it back anyway, so who cares? But we actually have a really nice extra army. Who the hell is this, my woman? I have a second lover. So does that mean that I have 2? Also, this man's drip, unbelievable. Look how sick my man looks. Jesus. Hostile County Attrition is a good one. And then Marauder, maybe? Is that the one? A Reeve? No. Charmer? No. Huntsman? No, I like Marauder. First of the Banwagal chosen. Nice. Get in there. Also, I can literally raise this up to max, and it won't matter. Although, actually, that was probably a bad idea. Well, no. Because I can just do... Again, 150 for my spouse. Unbelievable. Let's give him a nice Ajay. Second son. My second son, Ajay. Who is this? Whoa, boy. Hold on a second. Is this guy sick? He's stupid, remember? Who is this? How close are you? Over here? Dude, I'm definitely marrying you. What the hell? That's insane. That's a huge alliance. Get in there. Absolutely. What the? Okay, well, no one's gonna attack me now. That pretty much solves that problem. I'm gonna also raise you in the ways of war. We're a tough people. I will be your master, your guardian. What are my stats even? We never looked at him. So he is brave, he's sadistic, he's zealous, he has a brilliant strategist, marauder, master of campaigns, and he's got a lot. Bold vanguard, blade master, gallant, strong, and giant. We obviously just got gallant. He has no diplomacy, 26 martial, 7 stewardship, 5 intrigue, 8 learning, 6 arcane, and 42 prowess. Good God. Very nice. We are the head of our culture, which allows us to recruit Oltenics. It also decreases cavalry maintenance, which is really useful. I'll start taking over things a little bit quicker once we get my troop count back up. I just want to get this to the maximum. You know what? We don't need to wait. What are we waiting for? What are we waiting for? We don't need to. It is literally not matter. They have no troops. We'll station these guys here because he's not gonna be able to beat that army. Hopefully going into the jungle is not a mistake. Call to war. Would I mind losing 350 fame? I would literally... I would apparently mind. Let me finish up over here. These guys are trying to declare dependence against this guy over here. I forgot I had allied to them with my wife, who is fine. I would not mind having better vassals. I just don't have anybody that's worth the time yet. Having your lover be your spy master, though, is not a... It's not the best idea, but it could be useful. Alright, bye-bye. You are done skis, my dude. I can create the kingdom of Natana, which I need 250 gold for, of Tasnata. Tasnatana. These words are insane. 7,000? What the? How many of those are men-at-arms, though? Or, I mean, yeah, like how many of those are men-at-arms and how many of those are not? I'm gonna grant this tribalize holding. Oh, I only need a little bit of prestige for that. Okay, interesting. I just need some prestige, though. I am kind of suffering at the moment. This guy's chasing me for sure. He's got about 9,000 troops that are just sort of like floating. It says I should win this. Oh my god. The Black Whirlwind, dude. Ladies and gentlemen, theys and thems, look at this absolute... unreal. Dude just came in and said, yeah, I'm sorry, but get out of here. Also, the Oltenic tactics are great for this character because he is, obviously Oltenic. I can get rid of these as well. Like one of these. What is this? The ruined temple of Korlaku. A punishment for the Korlakan's worship of Korlaku, the bringer of fire. The Natanan destroyed the great fire temple that once stood here. Is this one of my holy sites? What are my holy sites? Oh, it's these. Because we worship... It's just this? The gate to Kashyria? That's it? Okay. Alright, well. It's not very interesting. Could convert, but I don't have 1700 faith. Oh, I apparently have a ton of prestige now, so the prestige problem is gone. Yeah, this is going well, I think. I'm having a good time. I'm enjoying this. And they're done. Beautiful. And it says I can ransom their king. 200 gold. 200. Unbelievable. I do think I want to tribalize this holding. And I'll tribalize this holding. I can only keep... I have so many of them now. It says I don't have enough to make the kingdom title? Really? I have 4 of the 6. Okay, so I need more. I could subjugate you, which would be 250. That would actually be a really big boost to me. And you are much weaker than I am. Even though, well, the problem is I only have onagers here, and I only have 10. So I should probably get onagers. Oh no, I have Oltenic archers. Yeah, no, I do. Okay, cool. Oh, never mind. I have the 3. That's all I want. Okay, cool. I will get some of these just to have them. A gathering hall to get that extra prestige bonus. This one's interesting to me. This would give me, see, I would love to restore these. I feel like that's really cool. Oh boy, that's crazy. That's crazy strong. We can also increase the tribal holding to fortified tribal holding, which you just need a little bit more money for. I have a lot of prisoners. Actually, that guy's about to leave. Temujin the Brute. I want to recruit you, Temujin the Brute. You. A lot of you are actually really solid. I have a new knight. I will recruit you. I will also recruit you. So 2 new ones. Nice, nice. Love to see it. Yeah, now it's all coming together. We have this guy, who would be a great... We'll have you work on this. You would be an excellent caravan master. Antiquarian. Doesn't matter as much. Master of the Horse is good for us, especially because we want somebody who can do warhorse grooming, which would give us advantage in our own armies. A Keshig, which I believe is just a... Yeah, this will give me more monthly prestige, which is good. Compassionate Opportunist, my knight, who can compete in my name, or he can improve his skills. Master of the Hunt. We need to be making more money. This guy was a great pickup. Let's give him somebody who's got like really good prowess, maybe, so they can have some babies. You as well. Yeah, buddy. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm looking for. Oh, my child gave me some money. Very nice. Thank you. Thank you, my son, my child, my boy, my lad, or whoever you are. I don't actually know how many children I have. You, unfortunately, are going to be... Honestly, my claims are small, but subjugating you, I think sounds really, really sexy and cool. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm sorry. It also is insane to me how fast they raise their armies up. What are your troops looking like? You have a couple special soldiers, so I'm wondering what those happen to be. These Leshens, man. They love popping out of the ground. Another ambush? You guys have to stop with this. While on the mark... Oh my god. This sucks. Having to fight these dudes all the time is ass. It is a absolute slog. So this guy's all broken up now, I think. Yeah, he got absolutely wrecked. Alright, guys. I think that the ambush feature might be a little bit overcooked. Good lord. Who are these people? This has to be like a bug. This is honestly insane. This is like comical amounts of ambushing. Alright, it's over. Good lord. It's done. Thank you. I can create the kingdom of Tas Natana, which I'm going to do right now. Other matters currently call to my attention. However, the White Rose wants a seat on the council, and honestly, they're pretty good at a couple things. They would not be bad. Would you be willing to become this? No. You're not bad at this. I would probably be fine with putting you here and then working on swaying it. Well, I guess I could send you a gift. You don't really like me, though. You are also my rival. So, I mean, naturally, you're going to be predisposed towards not enjoying my company. Okay, we're a king now, so we get 1 extra. Honestly, Magi might not be a bad move because they do freaking ridiculous amounts of damage. So I'm going to grab some of those. And yeah, okay, cool. Too many duchies. I have this one. Actually, I have a guy who's here, so I'm just gonna give you this duchy title. That's for you, my good friend. Could offer you vassalage, but you would say no because of your realm is distant from mine? No, I mean, it's not really. It isn't, it's not really. Kojin, another daughter. Oh wait, we have some artifacts. Wait a minute, when did I get this? The bow of the hunting god Jernium is a weapon of incredible power that grants the wielder the speed and stealth of the hunting god himself. Jernium's bow can only be wielded by the fiercest and worthiest of the Natanon's warriors. Over the ages, Natanon war chiefs have used the bow to turn the tides of battle against the Oltenic, raiding parties and other enemies who would seek the destruction of the Natanon way of life. What the actual is a Sepatanan Paith, and you have to have a Natanon cultural pillar. Which, we don't have that. So it's mostly just like for show, but we have a bow of a god apparently just chilling, which is really cool. I love how he's standing. He's like, I don't sit. So I wanted to let's take a moment here to pause real fast, just to appreciate where we're at. So we started off a single, like what, a county, maybe 2 counties. We were nomadic and now we're tribal, a tribal king ruling from this place with this fortress that I would love to rebuild actually. And we're slowly gonna start taking over this land to the south. And honestly, this person looks real tasty to me to raid, because if I can raid through here, I bet you I could just raid all the way over there. I'm gonna raise all his raiders. I'm gonna come right up to my border. And I'm gonna try and get as much money as I can from doing that, or just a little bit of prestige, just as something to do. A little bit of something, so we don't have to just constantly go to war. But I'm having a lot of fun with this, actually. I have been quite enjoying myself here. 404, cannot complain. Also, my boy, unbelievable drip. He looks so good. Do they have an army of about 5,000? I feel like I could honestly... Men-at-arms counter efficiency? Oh yeah. Honestly, we might even catch him. This guy is unbelievably strong. Glory is widely known. We are now exalted among men. Somebody's plotting to kill me. Let me get that. It's always somebody, I swear to God. It's probably that chiefess. Why is this so long? Oh, it's because it's a fort level 14? Good lord. Let's go over into this nomadic land. This is probably gonna be a lot faster to raid. Yeah, 9 days, this is way better. It takes so long to raid the other stuff. I'm probably just gonna honestly go back and forth because it makes the most sense. Pay ransom, there you go. There you go, mate. A couple prisoners can be ransomed, 50 gold. Yeah, we're trying to get as much gold as we can. Is this, what is this kind of territory? It's a city, fort level. Actually, it doesn't, is this just nothing? Well, whose is this? Let me see. 30 days? That's nothing. I'll take that quick. 70 gold? I'm all about it. 10. 10. Thanks, bud. Cynical? Is this my player heir? Let's make him just. Do we have max men at arms or no? We do. Actually, we don't. These guys? Let's get 100 of those. 100 magi, for sure. Grandeurs dropped for some reason. Where is my court? I think it should be... I think the max it can be is just this. And that's our expected. There's not really much you can do with that. I also haven't held court yet, which is my own thing. How much is this? This is only 100 gold and 350 prestige. I could probably use the extra money from markets. So I will do that. And I will do... we'll do Palisades again. I can get that money back pretty quick. I love this man's drip. He looks so good. This person wants to destroy my realm, but they're much weaker than I am. Honestly, it's a shame because I want... How old am I? I'm 52. I should probably start taking this stuff up. Yeah, I need to be quicker, unfortunately. I need to just go... So next I'll probably do that. I would love to restore that fortress at the very least in this video. An unworthy challenger. I strike him down where he stands. Yeah, because I'm sadistic, so that's what I would do. Engineer for destruction would be useful because our sieges are tending to take a little bit too long. This is you. I think you're also part of my de jure. Conquer duchy. Invade kingdom. And then we'll take that. That's 7,000. Because it's the Natanon Confederate. See, I hate these confederacies because they just suck. They're such a pain in the ass. Yeah, I'm just going to take as much of this stuff as I can. I think you're part of that confederacy. You are, okay. Yeah, I'll try to take all of this. I'm probably just going to skip ahead just because it doesn't make sense to have you watch all of it, but if you want to. That's one done. That's another one. Those two I'm going to grant to somebody because I don't want them. Who's my... Honestly, the best thing would be a Spy Master. Because then I could have you convert. And then I can make you into my Spy Master. You son of a bitch. He converted. Great. I'm going to make you into this. Beautiful. So now I have a Spy Master with 31. And it's Jover, at least for the ambush. So we're taking this. This is just a county, though. So not really anything super crazy. Although that's apparently it. I'm going to give him probably the same title. Or you know what? You can have it. You really don't like me. What is your de jure duchy? There. Do you feel better? Who the hell? Who am I attacking? Oh, that's right. Yes. Oh, so I was attacking them. Zealous? Zealous is actually great for you. My son. My zealous, just, diligent child. Rally the troops, of course. Here they are again. The ambushes are in... Wait a minute. I guess do I just keep taking these things? The Staff of Starfall is the holiest relic of the Steppe religion and can only be wielded by the head of the priesthood. Crafted by Starfall, the staff grants its wielder a long life and imbues them with magical power, enabling them to enact the twin god's will by protecting not and none from all who would threaten their existence. What the actual? 2 legendary items. I'm assuming just from whatever I just did. How many are those? Only 19? That's easy. Easy casualty to take. I will gladly. Let me ransom you. What are the religions over here? Could convert, but I don't have 2100. The fire worship is cool. It's a sin to be stupid, though. I think that, honestly, doing this one would make sense because we have the temple and we have the Forsaken Fortress. Create this title, which I will grant with a bunch of other shit. This guy's actually really solid. This guest. This person's pretty good. Although, honestly, the only thing I really need would be like a better diplomat, I would say. Somebody with good diplomacy. My knight. Yeah, this guy's better. Yeah. You would be better at that, I think. This person's bad at everything, so I'm not even gonna bother. Done. Cool, so we took a bunch of stuff. This person wants a seat on the council, which you can definitely have, because you're really good at diplomacy. Alright, I finally held court. But I lost most of my money. This confederacy is really a growing shadow. Strange reports and fear-riddled messages have begun pouring in. A deep dread builds in my stomach. The sickness is among unnatural, brought about by what can only be described as a vile, fulginous shadow, cannibalizing everything it swallows. These poor souls, unfortunate enough to be touched by the ghosts of the past, seem near dead. In excruciating pain, the stories are coming from far away, yet the refugees grow by the day. How long before the shadow reaches our doorstep? What is... oh god, it's not the fog, is it? To get rid of this, I'm going to have to conquer each thing in the Confederation. Although, honestly, what I'm going to do is probably just declare war on all of the Confederation at once. And then we'll take it like that. He's 54. I want to make sure that he's done. Oh, I have so many prisoners. This guy's actually really solid at that, but... You would be excellent, actually, as a, everything else. I'll just kill all these guys. Because I made my man overwhelmed by stress that one time when I let them all go, so I can't do that again. I'm sorry. Nice. And I'll raid up these guys. I wonder if the whole Confederation gets up when you do this, or no. I don't think so. Honestly, I think they're kind of vulnerable to raids still. Or delivered 270 raid loot. Living off the land. That is what we're looking for. These are all probably a little too strong. Well, not really. Actually. What do you got? Are you mostly... Dang, you have a lot. Nice! You got Raider! That's exactly what we want. The Tarot from Corla Letor. A lonely doll. Kojin would love this. My daughter Kojin. Absolutely foolish idea. Bye-bye. Jesus. What an idiot. I will pardon you. Yeah, we're now friends. We're homies. You're bad at that, though. Like, really bad at it. Dang. Unreal, dude. Uh-oh. Somebody gave me a gift of a bad rug. Bogan comes of age. He's actually not very good. He's got pretty good martial, though. Troth can marry. Yeah. Good. Yeah, we're getting there. I can create a new kingdom title, the Kingdom of Barong Natana, which I will do. Boom. I am now a king twice over, which means I think I just need the one more title. And then I could become an emperor, which is this. I actually only need a couple of Thurata, which would allow me to establish Thura Mio, which makes me the Tamer of Natana, which I just need Paragon of Virtue, and I'm very close to there. Hopefully we can just get him here at Jump. Otherwise this is going to be really annoying. But this is all I'm going to war for, so hopefully it's not too long. The damn ambushes! This man has survived worse. And also it only gives you 15 prestige. I feel like it should be more, considering they attack you with, like, Leshen. Like, it's kind of a lot. You know what I mean? Also, how do you disband the Confederation? Like, what is the... Oh, the Kingdom of Kosnatan, or Natana. I'm gonna make that. I'll create this over here, and I'll give this to somebody. Let's see. Relevance, of all skills. You're actually pretty solid, you can have it. Beautiful. Enjoy that position, my guy. You... Actually... I'm just gonna seize that territory, thanks. Because you're so small. I'll just take the rest of it. What is this? Oh, there's no unique building. I kind of thought there would be. My son has measles? What the hell? Organized march. See if I can't get down 2 trees. Is it my eldest? Of course it is. Also, my second son doesn't have a wife. Sure. The pop-ups from this are insane. This one's a big one. 180? Oh, he's good. Oh, thank God. I think did he lose an eye? No, he's scarred. Done, baby. We are very nearly there. Very nearly able to take that title. And I really, once I make the Empire title, I really want to be able to make, 44, damn. The one thing. I want to try to repair that fortress. It's just going to take a second. Oh. My wife died and gave birth to a daughter. Dang. You killed your mom, though. I'm going to go for a ride now. Honestly, she's not bad. I would lose a little prestige, but I would take that. Just because she's, like, the same culture or whatever. Alright, the scheme to kill me has been abandoned, thank God. Done! The Confederation has to be done. It is not. Dang, they are really holding out to the bitter end. Available Dynasty Legacies, nice. Do we have anything for... I honestly think that House of Warriors makes the most sense, just because that's kind of what we've been doing. I need to give a lot of these away. Done. It's over. Okay. Alright, I've taken all of this. I can establish the Thura Mio. The Natana kingdoms will be tamed under the banner of Nur Sultan. You gain the heroic legend seed. You gain the nickname the Tamer of Natanan. It becomes my primary title. And I've done it. Unite the 3 kingdoms under my banner. The thrones of Barong Natana have been united under one high king. The false monarchs have been decrowned, while proud Thura Mio stands stronger than ever. One day, I shall pass from this world and go to Olgan Tentar. Yet my legacy will remain on Eris forever. They will call me High King Nurbek, the conqueror of Natanan. Also, his drip right now? Holy. Look at him. Unbelievable. Look. Look at this man's drip. Let me give him that item, that idol. Thuramio. Nice, dude. Nice, nice, nice. And we already got another one. No, we'll just keep going down. Generational belligerence. Okay, cool. So now I can make... I think I could probably convert to this one. 2100? I could get that, though. A pious pilgrimage to the only place that we have, which is here. And it can be a throng, and it can be that. And we'll do it for reflection. Apparently don't have a caravan master, which is strange. I could have swore we did. And we'll start. We'll do a quick pilgrimage. We've taken this. We now have a Mighty Empire title, which means we actually get another slot. And honestly, the best thing would probably be like Light Footmen or something. Or Adventurers, actually, because they're skirms and they counter undead, constructs, flying, and magi, which we don't have a counter for. So probably wouldn't be a bad move. Get two of those. Honestly, should we get more riders? No, we can get adventurers. We'll put them somewhere. We'll convert after this, and then I'll be able to restore this holy site. Hopefully, my forces are pretty big, so I think it'll be solid. All right, we got a decent amount of piety, so we can return home. I'm kind of curious as to what this is. We could also consecrate our bloodline, but we don't have an organized faith. I think this would make it an organized faith, technically, if we affirm it. Also, the establish decision has popped up again. I wonder if I click it again, will it pop with the same thing and give me another level of splendor? Because that would be really interesting if it did that. You know what? No rebellions, really. I'm actually kind of shocked by that, specifically. As the renown of my dynasty grows, familiarity with the glorious Nursulnut sigil spreads too. Nice. Nursultan. I don't know what I was saying. We've returned home. We can affirm our faith. We could select the region. Okay, so we can't actually do that. It won't let you. Why can I do this again? Oh, it literally is bugged. That's actually crazy. I have all of this whole line. I popped that so many times. Oh my god, that's really funny. I have a private army now as well. King Nurbek's host. Yep, that's really sick. And we get another regiment. I'll probably do Oltenic horse archers, honestly. Not stationed in a holding. I don't think there's a holding to station them in. However, I think converting to this faith might be a good idea, just because... what is it? It is... Once part of the Korlikan heretics, the Kwaikan were found by Ong Nang, the fearless, after he sees... Oh wait, that's their culture. For as long as the twin gods of the followers of the way have existed, there have been those who rejected and seek the Koralna, something, or fire path. However, the twin deceivers' betrayal resulted in the fall of Korlaku and his followers' banishment to Chan, this place, the northwestern mountains of Caradon. They are the sect that adopt a more radical view of magical research, influenced in part by the nearby worshippers of Savart, the Kashirian god of knowledge. They worship knowledge, syncretism, these things, and they also worship fire. They value wrathfulness, patience, justice, stubbornness, architecture, administration, and scholarly worship. What do we value? Megalithic constructions. Oh, interesting. With my decision to convert to Coral Namek, I arranged for a Fiora to come to my court and conduct the rites. As he recites the lines from the Pact of the Eternal Spark, I can feel my conviction burning stronger within me. There's no doubt in my mind that I have chosen the right path. No matter how strong my zeal, I can take comfort in knowing that the majority of my realm stands united under a Pantheon Grove, a true Coral Namek realm. Glory to Korlaku. So he is converted. He does not wear a mask anymore. The Tamer of Natanan has been convinced. He's been convinced, ladies and gentlemen. Theys and thems of his ways. Of these new ways. And now we actually gain access to this building. And I think let's see. The requirements, the only other thing. Oh, it has to be this faith. It has to have a Natanan cultural pillar. It looks like you probably have to be syncretic with them, so it does not matter. Which we could also just reconstruct the temple, maybe? Once abandoned and desecrated, the fire temple of Korlaku now blazes with renewed glory. Dedicated to the eternal flame, the sacred site is both a place of worship and a beacon of Korlaku resilience, proving their faith and industry can restore what was lost to the wild. I think that's what I'll do now. Let's restore our temple of old. Yeah, we'll just go on a tear. They're not going to be able to stop me. We'll get sappers. We're almost at strategist. This is beautiful. What a great time this has been. The Black Whirlwind has really made a name for himself, although he's not obviously the Black Whirlwind anymore. But this has been a really fun time, I must say. Just gonna raid it up. One big raid. I can create the Coral Namek Head of Faith. I need 225, and I would restore the Priesthood of the Eternal Flame. That's actually really sick. This guy's not only the uniter of an empire, but he'd be bringing back this faith from the brink. There's no way you're gonna beat me, my man. I'm sorry. You're gonna get absolutely cooked. Dang, that's a lot of money. 'Tis a lot of loot. Oh! We have an illustrious banner now. Dude, hell yeah. It's probably because of that bug. I mean, I could even keep clicking it. I won't, because that seems like really rude. Very close to the 2,500, I think, is what I need to rebuild that temple, which is what I want. Oh wait, no, not the temple. I guess you have the temple. But what if I... just this one. Would you let me have that? Thank you, buddy. I want to just rebuild the temple. You understand, of course, don't you? Oh, we don't have a memorialism! No! So I can't even do it. A shame. Got all this money for nothing. We don't have battlements. Oh, yep, you need a Corlicon cultural pillar. Interesting. I am now Quiacon. I've lost my Oltenic nature. I think we can still raid, yes? Okay. But now we don't have the horses anymore, so it doesn't look nearly as cool. I'm now the cultural head of the Quiacon culture, though. Sappers. And let's get the medicine focus for the small health boost. Should be enough to counter. My son he is really not gonna do it. He's like, I'm not doing it. I feel better. Good. Unbelievable. So he still gets to keep the Oltenics, but it looks like only just. Because he wouldn't be able to make those now, actually. He would get Watchers of the Sacred Grove, as opposed to the Oltenic stuff. But I'm gonna keep those from like a carryover. This should pass down to my children as well, I think. I can create this Head of Faith, which I'm gonna do. Restore the Priest of the Eternal Flame via decision. I wonder, it's gotta be because I'm in an army, right? Even with that, it's actually not the right culture. I don't think. All right, I'm gonna get out of the army. We've been raiding for like literally years. Relocate de jure realm. Boom. So that is the de jure title of our realm. Well, it looks to me like there's nothing else I can really do with this, which is unfortunate because I had such a good time and I wanted to do a little bit more and try to like at least repair the temple or something, but we don't have the ability to do that. Corlicon. Oh, okay. So this is this one. And the only way would be if I like moved my capital here and then establish the thing. Ruins of Thura. Oh, wow. Interesting. Yeah, so you can like repair these things over time. Yeah, and the only way I could do that is if I like moved my camp or my cultural stuff there and then converted to local culture, which not really worth it. I mean, we've done the thing, we like united all the things. It does suck that we tried to convert our culture and our faith and it really didn't do anything. We're obviously not Oltenic anymore. We sort of abandoned that in the past, which is fine. Interesting. So I cannot re-enable the Priesthood of the Eternal Flame. I wonder if... I'm gonna should I disinherit you? You're really not that bad. But your brother is better, like, significantly. I'm gonna disinherit you. So you're disinherited, my only son who would not convert, and then the heir is this guy. Gem in the rough, thank you. Oh, thank you for the gem. I appreciate it. It's interesting that that's a court artifact. I'm gonna call it here. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed the video at the very least. I know we didn't get to do some of the things that I wanted to do. I think you have to play as one of the other characters to be able to do that, like one of the Corlicons, and maybe like take this back over. But this was still cool. We got to play as an Oltenic for a little while. We went from Nomad to Tribal, converted our faith, converted our culture, so that in time these people could come to rule. And maybe we'll let this run for like a second just to see what they do. And maybe when it switches to a new character, it'll give me the option to do something. Let's just see. But if not, as always, I'm Sol, and I'll happily see you in the next one. Interestingly, it looks like he made his daughter his primary heir for some reason. I wonder why? But he made her co-monarch. Apparently he saw something in Adana that he didn't see in his son. So Adana would end up being the ruler of Thuramio. He also did end up taking over this territory, like on the right here, which is interesting. I wonder if he could easily take this too if he wanted. He does have a kingdom invasion title, which he could definitely do if he wanted to. Is there anything in there? What about ours? What is our faith? The Forsaken, the Burning Palace, the Temple of Wisdom, which we hold. They're all destroyed. Unfortunately, can't upgrade any of those. The Burning Palace. Tarfal's Garden. Dense in the dense jungle of Barong Natan is a place of deep magic and history. A magnificent garden of seemingly every organism, all living in perfect balance. The prayers of Natanan say that Tarfal, the gardener, planted it, while Journium, the hunter, led the faithful there after the temptation of evil Korlaku. It is here where the twin gods taught and commanded humanity to live in harmony with nature and to protect the jungle from all foolish followers of Korlaku. Magical staves are sung from the so you'd have to be one of these faiths, I think, as opposed to the other one. That's interesting. I think that's the problem, because if you're this, then they have this high priesthood. These guys have the priesthood of the eternal flame, which I don't know why this decision hasn't popped up. Interestingly, it looks like this guy became the king of this area over here because his wife became the queen, so that's why they're allied. So that's actually an interesting end to this disinherited son, is that he's the king of this kingdom over here. Interesting. There he goes. At the age of 75, in the year 1291, High King Nurbek, Tamer of Natanan, the Oltenic, who converted, actually it looks like as soon as he got infirm, he died. He converted to Coral Namek, and then the Quiacon, he died. So it is now, his daughter is ruling in his stead. And she has a significantly smaller force, actually, than her father did. But she would be able to get Watchers of the Sacred Grove, which is a big one. But what's interesting is that there's still no decision for her to take up the, recreate that priesthood, which kind of sucks. I don't know when that decision becomes available or how it does, or maybe there's like something specific about it. It's kind of unfortunate, but yeah. And then our brother is obviously the king. But that was a cool one. I hope that you guys enjoyed. Let's look at the faith map. Looks like the Coral Namek is about this much. And then the culture map looks like this, which we are Quiacon. And we are the head of the Quiacon, and then there's also the Nuntanan, and then there's the Korlakon, and then the Nargol, which is just a very small corner. The Nargol are also over, where they were over here. It looks like they're gone now at this point. But that's going to be it for this one. If you guys want, I might end up doing an Oltenic series, or what could be cool is doing a Civil War series, because there's a lot of crazy stuff that goes on over here, and I've heard that it's quite robust, and I would not mind being over here for that, just to give it a shot and like maybe play through that. But just let me know. As always, I'm Saul. If you like the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I will happily see you in the next one.